Students, today we shall look at mode. What is mode? Mode is related to the distinction between speech and writing. Then what is speech? Speech is a kind of communication between a speaker and the persons or people who are before him or in front of him. When a speaker or when a communication takes place between the two or among many, at the time a speaker speaks and listener listens. When a speaker speaks, he uses facial gestures, words, and try to communicate whatever he wants to. Writing is related to a kind of communication in which the man in writing, a writer writes to communicate with the help of words. And in this way, there is a kind of little bit distinction between speech and writing. The word mode is related or it includes speech and writing. In the examination, you are asked a question like, what is the mode of the discourse, given discourse? And give at least 2 to 3 features. In this sense, mode includes speech and writing, and there are some characteristics related to speech and writing. Now we shall look at first the features of speech. First feature is inexplicitness. In a sense, a speaker includes sounds, auditory systems, and moreover body language. And therefore, the person who is not in his contact or is not before him cannot understand clearly what he wants to convey. In speech, you have another feature, that is lack of clear sentence boundaries. In speech, a speaker never uses subject, predicator, object. These grammar patterns or the grammatically full sentences are not explained by the speaker. Moreover, the speaker always uses simple structures so that listener or the person before him can easily understand. In speech, a speaker has to repeat again and again the same things in order to emphasize the points. And therefore, there is repetition in speech. Moreover, there is normal displuency, monitoring features, that is body language, the hands, there is nose, there is heads are always used. Interaction feature, and last, features reflecting informality. Opposite to that, you have typical characteristics of writing. The first and important feature of writing is explicitness. Explicitness, in a sense, when you write something else, you have to convey the message clearly. There is no place for obscurity or inexplicitness. The speaker most of the time uses clear sentences, clear sentence boundaries. The sentence begins with capital letter and ends with a kind of punctuation marks. It may be a question mark, it may be exclamatory mark, it may be full stop, whatever it may be. In writing, a writer always uses not the, in a sense, simple structure. He uses more and more complex structure in order to convey. Therefore, there are most of the time clauses, tensed and tenseless clauses. Moreover, there is no place for repetition. A writer, for example, when you write, or when I write the letter to my friend, I cannot repeat the same word again and again. In writing, it takes place. Therefore, there is no place for repetition. There are no monitoring features. Your eyes, hands, body language, these things are not used. And moreover, there is formality. Now, what happens in the examination? You have to think in this circumstance. I shall give you a simple example. For example, if you have given a kind of discourse and you are asked to identify, that is, you have to tell first whether the discourse is speech or writing. When the discourse is speech, remember that any speech is inexplicit. That is, any speech cannot clearly convey the message. Therefore, the first feature you have to write inexplicitness. Moreover, any speech has one more characteristic, that is, it does not have clear sentence boundaries. The sentence begins and ends anywhere else, and therefore there is no clear-cut sentence boundaries. You can easily assess with the capitalization and ending. Moreover, simple structures. That is, in a speech, the speaker always uses simple structures. Why? Because the listener is not in a condition to understand critical terms. And therefore, any speaker has to use simple words, small words, easy words. That is, so that the listener can easily understand. Opposite to that, if you see, or moreover in speech also, you have the place for repetition. As a teacher, when I teach you, for example, the parts of speech, what happens? I give you the list of noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. And when I teach this topic in the class, I have to repeat the same words again and again. I have to repeat the definition of the noun. That is, naming of the substance is called as noun. That is, I have to identify, I have to tell you in clear sentences. Means the definitions and the terms I have to repeat again and again. Why? My purpose is not to show my knowledge, but my purpose is to make you understand the parts of speech. That is, from noun to interjection. And therefore, the repetition is inevitable. Opposite to that, in writing, you have no place for repetition. At somewhere else you can repeat one or two words, but you can't repeat the same sentences again and again because there is no place for repetition. For example, if you write your letter to your friend, you can begin with dear friend, name, whatever it may be. But the same words, the same group of words, you cannot repeat 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times in your letter writing. It is odd. Repetition is not allowed. Moreover, you have to use clear-cut grammatical sentences because you are writing, you are showing your knowledge. And therefore, I have to use the words. How, dear friends, I reached home yesterday at 10 a.m. in 10 p.m. That is, you have to tell in clear-cut sentences. Moreover, you have place to interpret, to convey the message. How to convey the message in clear-cut sentences. And therefore, there is a place for complex sentences, compound sentences, tenseless clauses. And in this sense, you can understand the terms which are just, I have told you, once again I shall tell you, the features of speech are inexplicitness, lack of clear sentence boundaries, simple or loose structures, repetition, normal disfluency, monitoring features, interaction features, and features reflecting informality. Opposite to that, the features of writing: explicitness, clear sentence boundaries, more complex interior structures, less repetition or no repetition, fluency, no monitoring features, no interaction features, and features reflecting formality. In this sense, you can easily understand the same words. And once you understand these terms, I think it is easy. What happens in the examination? The question is given. In theoretical questions, you are given what? 10, 15 lines. And you are asked, identify mode of the following discourse. And you have to tell the discourse, the mode of the following discourse is speech. If it is speech, the mode of discourse is writing, if it is writing. And then if it is speech, you have to tell the first, inexplicitness, repetition, lack of clear sentence boundaries, simple structures. And if it is writing, you can tell explicitness, clear sentence boundaries, complex structures, and no repetition. In this way, you can understand easily the question regarding what is mood.